the title of the stream. So this is like I was saying in the last start of the stream, I just did a couple of minutes ago, that it's come to my attention that zone defense is a major problem in the game. So I want to kind of look and see how the zones are playing. I always felt like just in general, zones haven't really worked properly in Madden. I thought that was more for the sake of this X is wide open. I thought it was more for the sake of the user who plays. I don't feel like they ever wanted zones to play the way that they were supposed to, but it will kind of mess up all the one-play touchdown stuff like that. So, yeah, that's a pick. Alright. Even though this is going to be primarily about zones, we still got to focus up on the offensive end. So this is more going to be like a reference stream, so there's not a lot of people who jump in here. I'm not really too concerned about that, but you know, it is what it is. He dropped that. Okay, whatever. This is the highlight. This is what we want to see. Defense anyway. And I'm more specifically talking about versus CPU and All-Madden. So, first things first, just give you some of my defensive strategies. I want to make sure that I have the right people in on defense that I want in. And of course, you want to know you have to have an idea of what your strengths, weaknesses on the defense are, and what, especially when it comes to pass defense, your team is good at. I know the Bills typically run a zone style of defense more than anything, and we got to see what these guys do. Like you see, we have one really good man corner. He can kind of play a little bit of man. Elam, not, he's in the 70s. So as you see, we're a zone defensive team. So primarily, that's probably what we're going to lean toward. For offline, actually, for online, I would put him in because he's fast, but for offline, we're going to keep him in 75. He's good. He's got good speed, so he should be all right, too. So, let's see. Want to start, same thing, quarters. See what's going on here. I know just in general, a lot of people talk about defense in this game. Let's see what's going on here. It looked like he just got beat. What if I had to sub him out? A little bit of palms there. Okay. Alright. We're not going to be hyper focused on that stuff. We're going to still try to see what's going on in general. Give you some of my thoughts while playing defense and stuff. We got a screen here. just in general, when it comes to, depending on what the empty set is, I would either like to go quarters or Tampa 2. So when playing against computer, my thought process on defense is I kind of figure that they're just gonna gain a lot of yards anyway. So it's really to try to slow them down as best as I can. I already have it in my mind that they're gonna gain a lot of yards and they're gonna move the ball pretty easily, for the most part. Just because it's computer, I feel like at times they know exactly what you're doing on the defensive end. But you want to make the AI force tough throws. You don't want to make it easy, and that was the what I did here. So I'm not sure, but I feel like the on a lot of the quarters defenses, or just defenses in general, one of the reasons why I feel like those inside guys get so open, because they don't help out the safeties. Because a lot of the safeties, as you see here, is going to be in one-on-one man situations, and if these inside guys aren't getting jammed off the line, it's like you're putting a receiver or a tight end with good route running against these safeties who don't have good man coverage. So I'm not sure why they don't always jam and stuff off the line. Maybe they're not close enough to do so, but the two viewers, thank you for coming in. This isn't going to be a super long stream, but like I was saying before, it came to my attention that a lot of people are having issues on the defensive side of the ball. So he missed that. I just kind of want to see what's going on defensively, what people are talking about. I'm assuming a lot of it is spot drop coverage. I try to avoid playing that as much as possible, just because it's not something that you really see in football. You won't just see someone drop somewhere to a zone, and if no one's like in that spot, they're just gonna stand there. It just doesn't happen. I don't know why and stuff like that. But yeah, I know some people want their defenses to play like that, but it's just not very realistic at times, especially when you're going against a computer. You kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. But it's definitely instances where you do want to play spot trap defense too. So let's see. Let's try to get back on defense as quickly as possible. Here we go. But I'm hoping that just in general the CPU gets an upgrade, especially on the defensive end, for them to. Madden has always been an offensive game, obviously. Football is just going in an offensive direction, obviously, but defense is still to be had and to be played and stuff. Of course, you can probably tune sliders and stuff like that. I'm not really a huge slider guy myself, but I know that a lot of people have sliders out there to help, have better gameplay too. Let's see what we got here. Block on the edge. Walk in. There we go. All right. And another thing with defense for me, I'm still learning about it too. Like I definitely had to like, look up some stuff on YouTube just to, learn what's going on, what the assignments are, to make sure like I'm doing the right thing and I'm not messing up and breaking the defense myself. I'll tackle this guy, good job. See, base. Base defense, like I was saying yesterday, I like to run a lot of Tampa 2. We like that one-on-one situation. If he makes a play, he makes a play. I'm not really worried about that, stuff like that. Because with a better pass rush, this is a lot of time. With a better pass rush, if they're able to get a little bit more penetration, then we are in a good situation there. Stuff like, I do wonder why he does stop here. He probably, because there's no one else that's threatening his zone. So this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, there's no real reason for him to stop and start to come back up. He could have continued to carry and help out bracketing this receiver. Same thing on this side. I put them both. Well, here, his kind of makes sense, because even though I did tell him to soft squat, there's still someone at least threatening his zone. So that makes sense. I dropped him back into a third. So these guys have him doubled. He's on him. That all makes sense. But him here, he should, I don't know why he stops. He should continue to facts. I know. I'm not gonna be on here that long though. He should continue to sink. I don't know what's going on here. It is a running back, so I'm not really mad. He just made a good play on it. But that's what it is. Whatever. I'm not really concerned about that portion of it. A one-on-one jump ball down the sideline, I can live with that. But yeah, mostly I was I wanted to see what's going on with the zones. A lot of people are saying that there's issues with them, and I was looking up on X about it. Some of it too, though, is just being aware of the situation and stuff like that. So he just got burnt. But I'm not the best defensive player, but at the same time, I try to put my defensive players in the best position I can at times to make plays. And in reality, the offense is gonna make some plays too. So it's both. Can't just think that you're just gonna be super dominant defensively. And I don't know, I just think just in general playing defense against the computer can be difficult at times. So I will say that as well. You think so? You think they're gonna go with Ollie Gordon? I feel like that he would be a very dynamic player to join Houston. I might even skip offense, to be honest, just to focus on defense. Just strictly play defense and see what's going on. We're gonna do that. For as much as we do want to get some offensive gameplay in, we're gonna keep our focus on defense. Yeah, I think that, but he might be going sooner than, I guess it depends on where they finish too. So we're here in tight situations. I'm gonna run some cover 6. I like this defense, but let's see what we're in. Soft squat, they run it, so that's good. So in this, the reason why I like to run cover 6 and playing against the computer too is kind of, how do I want to put it, is knowing what you're willing to give up, I guess is the best way to describe it. Because yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they'll definitely, with running back, they'll probably definitely pick up a dynamic player for sure. But I feel like, especially when it comes to, what I was saying was, I feel like especially when it comes to pass defense against the computer, a lot of this is going to be more about playing against the CPU. Like, defense and online gameplay is a lot different than playing against the All-Madden and the CPU gameplay, obviously. Because you can, think you have, I don't, not more freedom, but it's a little bit easier to play against the user at times. So we have spread. What do they call for me? Why are they calling this? That's my fault. We'll give that up. See, so this is like the perfect example of that. So I probably shouldn't have called Tampa 2 in this situation, because I feel like in, what are we in, second and medium, they're not gonna run routes that are gonna be needed for the Tampa 2. Even though like I'd like to run a lot of Tampa 2, I could have just ran another cover 2 and that would have taken care of that. So it's not that. So like again, a lot of it is just awareness, situational awareness. So you see they ran the slants, which I think would have been a good defense for the cover 2 to a good defense to stop these slants, but specifically Tampa 2 was not the right cover 2 defense to play. This is let's just do, what's his name, Mario Edwards. He used to play for the guy who used to play for the Chiefs and the Bucks. He's injured right now, but we picked him up in the off season. What do they have? These tight sets, I usually think that they like to run. And don't forget, when you're playing, this is a run. When you're playing man defense, don't forget to shade your coverages too. Like that's another thing that I like to do. Reason being, with shading coverages, you have to like tell your, like the way that I view defenses, you kind of have to tell everybody what to do for them to react correctly. Because if you don't have them, and I guess it's like a guessing game too, but if you don't have them shade a specific way, they're not gonna, I feel like they don't really like play the man correctly. So it's a lot of nuances that go into playing defense on it, and just in general. Let's go with this. Got the soft squat. Sometimes we back them up a little bit so they play it a little bit better. See, those I can live with, like that being the throw that the computer makes. If they're gonna try to make one-on-one throws downfield, I'm okay with this. Let's see. Same thing. I don't know. This is alright. So this situation, this is alright. And I guess he does carry him long enough to where he can pass him off. I don't know if he's supposed to actually see that. So that's the thing. I wasn't really a defensive guy, and I'm still learning it myself. So I don't know. And when they soft squat, is he supposed to continue to carry all the way down the field, or is it where he carries him long enough to help the safety out and for him to be able to play coverage deep? This situation again is a little bit different because we have someone who's immediately threatening that a threat to that zone, and he still sinks. He doesn't jump on it because he's not supposed to, I'm assuming, because it's a soft squat. Like, I think if it was a cloud, he would play that mid. He plays like medium to short, and soft squat they play deep to medium. They play front to back or something like that. Again, I'm not 100%. I have to like get more knowledge about that. Switching it up. So here, let's go with palms. I really did want to go. This is not good. He's gotta make the play. He carries him into the game. Let's see. Let me read this. Yeah, on defense, we didn't play. Okay, that's what I was thinking too. Like I tried to like understand that a little bit better. And let's see how this was palms. Like there's like specific rules for this stuff. I'm not really 100% sure. I do watch Geronimo 22. Shout out to him. He has a lot of information on defense. I know in NYKia 31 when she's making videos, they both of them are very, very knowledgeable when in terms of defense, especially in like the Madden and the NCAA games. So I watch a lot of them to get an idea of what's going on. Because I'm not gonna lie, when the match stuff was first introduced, I had no idea what it was, and I would wonder why there's just all these huge gaps on the field. Like when I would place like something specifically like cover 3 match, I didn't know that those inside guys are supposed to match those guys vertically. So they would match those guys vertically, and people would just throw to the flats. And I'm like, well, there's supposed to be somebody here, but actually there isn't supposed to be somebody there because they're matching vertically. So the more I started to learn about match coverage and just coverage in general, it made more sense. So then you have to kind of apply that to what's going on in Madden too. And when you're playing against a computer, the computer has a, how do I want to put it? They have kind of like a specific game plan on what they want to do and getting the ball down the field. So once you understand that, it'll definitely help you out. So let's see what happened here. I didn't mean to play on the defensive line either. And like most of the time when I play against a computer, I let the I only play on one guy. Obviously, I can like make flip and make a lot of these plays, but I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more challenging, and it's fun to see like what guys are gonna make plays. Like this, I can, and as you see the plays that the offense is making, I can live with these plays because this is just one-on-one stuff. Like either my guy's gonna make a play or their guy's gonna make a play. The one play their guy made with the deep catch on the sideline, the next play the other guy made. So tight. Let's see. Let's go. I didn't even get to pick up coverage. Let's try some man. This is all guessing. So they, oh no, they ran it. Let's see what you said. All the players on defense. Right. Actually calling timeout. Like this, a situation like this is a place where I would specifically play spot trap or man coverage against the computer. I wouldn't want to play those match coverages because they're not going to run that many deep routes, I feel. So we're going to go with cover 2 hard. They still could run it, so they run it, they can run it, but that's also an option. They obviously could still run it with it being short like that. But yeah, mainly, especially against the computer on defense, is just knowing the team you're playing against, who's their threats and stuff, their best players, obviously, and how you want to match the formation. A lot of it's just positioning, I feel. So in this, we're gonna, let's see, 3 seam. Honestly, on that backside guy, I would, if I was playing on, I'd probably have him do, oh no, he's all right. Yeah, so I can live with this defensively. Like if it's short completions and stuff like that, I can live with that. Let's see. So he picks up the running back. I was wondering who was gonna pick him up. So eventually he picks up the running back. Smart. Who is he? I think he would carry, oh no, but he became number 2. So Yeah, they play. I feel like this. I'm not 100%, but I feel like they played this correctly. Like typically, he would have had 85 if he was to go deep, but he cut out. So cornerback took him, helped him. He's sitting on that route just in case he does throw it. So he's bracketed. They leave this open, but if they do throw to it, he can immediately make the tackle. And they don't have pass calls, but he would pass him or say cross to the middle, and this is the person that I would take as well. As he helps out the safety here, and he's also bracketed. One thing now, he's not supposed to do this. I'm pretty sure seeing that. He does go deep though, so I don't know. I would think if it was me, I would think that he would continue to play the middle of this, right, until he passes it off to the safety, and then I guess if it was enough time. But he picks him up too though, so I'm not sure what this cornerback would do in this situation. Honestly, I think that he played it right. They have him bracketed, but I think that he should have been a little bit tighter to that. But even though the game knows that he's running deep, but I don't know if they would know that in real life. And the ball's already like well gone and not being thrown that way. But rally to the ball and make a tackle. Let's see. These other ones, I don't know. I just don't like the way spot drop is really played. We're gonna play on defensive line and see what they do. I just feel like they leave a lot of stuff open. Even with that, for that specific situation, like for me, spot drop is very situational. Like in reality, he could have threw it here. It would have been a tight throw though. So yeah, so everyone's played this all right. There's been nothing that flowed all the way to where everyone I feel like is occupied and doing something. He sits here, passes him to him, he's dropped back, and the quarterback has to run. So I'm cool with that. Not saying, and this is not in any way, shape, or form me saying that there's nothing wrong with zone defense, because I feel like it can always be cleaned up and tuned up. So I'm just trying to get an idea of what's going on the defensive end. I didn't really pay attention to it, just knowing how the defense goes in this game. So let's see how they defend this. Like here, this is like, I would think that he's supposed to at least reroute him a little bit to help, because there's no way you would want someone to get a free release off the line of scrimmage like this. So I'm surprised that with him being as close as he is, he didn't at least try to push him a little bit. So usually when I'm playing against a user, this is when I would play on him and at least like slow that route down a little bit, because a lot of people, this is going to be like a quick throw that can make. Like a user is going to make that throw and get a ton of yards. But with him rerouting him, at least gives whoever the safety is enough time to like get over and help a little bit. This guy's matched up and seam with the seam flat. This guy also. What's going on? Thanks for dropping by, Angela Watkins. If you're not subscribed, like what you see, subscribe to the videos. Leave a like. And feel free to comment if you have any questions, for sure. Right now we're just talking about pass defense, zone defense in the game. It's been something that a lot of people have been talking about having an issue with. So I'm just kind of trying to get an idea how it plays specifically against the computer, and specifically talking about the computer. So let's see, 2nd and 2. This is when I might throw in a little bit of man here. Yeah, yeah, I didn't want him to. Yeah, I know he wasn't supposed to carry him, but I just don't know why. When players are that close, they just don't. Like he could have even like pushed him a little bit into the defense, or pushed him into like the defense. Because I was playing on that. I wonder if I can go. I might. Can I go back to that play? Let's see. I might have to call timeout to see. Maybe not though. I don't know if we can look at the highlights and stuff during this. Maybe would be stats, highlights. Hopefully we can. So what I was thinking was he would push him back into where I was. Like I was thinking of it like this. I think I kind of played this wrong a little bit too. Like this underneath pass, we'll give this up and rally to the ball and make the tackle. So I'm not mad at the completion or what happened there. That's whatever. But if nobody touches him, if like the AI was smart and nobody touches him, I would just fire the ball in here and he would just have to make a move on the safety. But I probably should have also started to squeeze down on this a little bit more to make it a tighter throw. But I guess I moved quickly enough for the AI to think twice about it, but they probably wouldn't have. They don't really make these quick throws like that anyway. But this was if this was me, this was a throw that I would definitely try to make. Seeing he's already he didn't commit to him, and I would have felt like, well, he's not going to be quick enough to get there. Right. So yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do it because I don't want him to make because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. Like I make so much contact that I put myself out of position to where I'm supposed to be. But I want him to at least like reroute him. Like he just literally got a free release off the line of scrimmage. So it's like he's virtually wide open. Even if he waited a little bit, he's in a tough situation. Like I feel like, I don't know, it's still a tight throw, but if he saw him quickly enough, he could have made that throw. Or if you're playing against a user, he could have like free-formed the pass to the left to where it was is it based on coverage skills? I'm wondering that too. But I would think that Bolano would be one of the better defenders. I would have to. This might be a question that I asked one of the guys I follow, Geronimo, because he's the defensive coordinator in the NFL. Like, so he would know about how they're supposed to, what would have happened to this third receiver. I still do feel that I'm supposed to play more true to the middle instead of trying to like play both routes, to where this route will be squeezed off, and because he still does play underneath, and I think that he plays underneath because of the threat of the tight end coming in. So, but he plays this right. But I think even with him, I don't know why they're not. I feel like he would still want to get hands on him in some way, shape, or form to reroute him. But at least he does make contact to reroute him. But let's see what the other side, what they're doing. He's supposed to, with this, I think the same thing. I don't know. I just don't feel, I feel like, how do I want to put it? At times, when in zone defense, they don't always play as a unit. I feel like they play individually. Like this, like he's like, well, I have a third of the field. But in reality, he does it a little bit, but I think he's supposed to squeeze. He starts to do it. He's supposed to like, just looking at the routes on the field, there's no one that's going to come to the outside third. So he should have, these two should have squeezed on him, like making it a double team here, which he looks like he started to do before, looks like he was going to start to do. These guys are in single coverage, and this is what they give up underneath, and they just make a tackle on the ball. So I don't know, like it was okay. It's all right. I don't know, like it's not horrible. Like they like are doing the assignments, but I'm kind of nitpicking too because they did technically do their assignments, but I just kind of wanted to see it cleaned up just a little bit. And in terms of like, and this is why I'm like, I always shade a specific way because I want my cornerbacks to know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So having him shade outside, he's on top of Diggs. He doesn't run his route, but he's still on top of him. This one is a weird one since it's a what would this be? It's kind of like a reverse zig. So I'm okay with that. Here, what happened here? He might have run this route. I might have shaded him to the outside. I did. So I gave up the inside. But it was cover one, so I was okay with giving that up. Then here, he just got out leveraged. But he's still close enough to make a play, so I'm okay with that. He won outside. So I'm alright with that. I feel certain situations like that, if I think the cornerback is good enough to play man coverage, I'll be okay with that. Let's see, same thing. Let's go. What are they in? Tight. We'll go. This might not be the best, but we'll go hard here. I think this is going to be quick routes. Fumble. He had an open guy. So yeah, this, like, they would, like, even though it's hard, they wouldn't do this. Like, I don't know why it's programmed to do this. They just wouldn't just stand here. I understand why it's like that, but it just shouldn't. I don't know. I feel like if it's nobody there and like this, they should like not do this because there's nobody here. I mean, like literally, it's just like a wasted guy on the field. Like they're playing 10 on 11 with him doing this. That would have been open, but they got there in time. Carries him a little bit, and they would have had to rally to him. Passes him off. He plays the middle. So I don't know. It's just certain spot drop coverages I'm just not a fan of. They just not block him. They just didn't block him for whatever reason. So he got penetration pretty quickly there. But you did mention the ratings. I think the ratings do have some to do with it as well, for sure. It has to. They're playing a lot of bunch. I mean, not a bunch. They're playing a lot of tight sets. I meant to say tight sets. This might be something quick. Mesh. So I'm going to shade down. Yeah, out of these tight sets like this, I know that they try to have some kind of let's see, it's possible to check his coverage in the game. Yeah. Let's go to Milano. I would think that he would have pretty decent coverage when it comes to the linebackers. Out of everybody, we're gonna check it out though. But I know going into this stuff, like 78, that's like pretty decent actually. That's actually a lot better than what I thought it was. 70 man coverage, linebacker, that's good. So good cover man, good coverage guy right here. Play rack also too is important as well. I think it helps. It helps your players identify how quickly they break on routes and stuff like that. Like I feel like if the play rec is lower, that when they see certain routes, they won't break on them right away. That's another reason why I like to play with. That's why I like to use the shading and stuff like that. 'Cause I think it helps the computer players like kind of identify what's going on and stuff. Versus, I'm just gonna press. It's only 5, but let me see, 5. Yeah, it's probably press. Yeah, 50. Yeah, that's press coverage. We'll go back to that. I'm not surprised that it's low like that. I definitely passed it because obviously, where is this at? Play rack, press. Where is he? Oh no, 50. Yeah, I still think that's all right. 50 press, because you're not gonna really ever have your linebackers press in press coverage like that. But I think let me see what his strength is. I think those two would more go hand in hand, because there's been certain situations where I have pressed with a stronger linebacker, and it doesn't allow that receiver to get off the line of scrimmage. But if you miss the press, it's over. You're gonna get burnt. So that's another thing I think some people struggle with at times. They might put players in press coverage when they're not the best press players. You have to kind of, which I know a lot of people aren't gonna like do this or think about this, but depending on who you're going against, it's the press versus the release rating. So if you even though you have good press coverage corners, if they have better release receivers, where is it at? I know that where's the release rating? If they have a better release, a better release, like Stephon Diggs isn't someone that I would press. Maybe these guys, with my team, probably want to press him, and with these two, is with the release rating, and I would always think about the speed too. So yeah, I probably want to press this team because they have pretty decent speed players. So what are we doing? We're gonna actually call a timeout here so I can reset. Okay, I know what then they're playing. I didn't want to do it out of tight, but we'll see. I'm not gonna do anything. I kind of want to see what they do. If you don't do anything, you just let them. I messed this up. Yeah, but he didn't throw it to him though. But this is still good. I had him in off coverage. Probably Buffalo. I still have yet to do a franchise mode with Buffalo, so I'll probably do one with them. If I was to do like a rebuild one, I know that's something that a lot of people like to do. I will probably pick a team with jerseys I like. I think that or just a young and up and coming team. Like I know for me the Panthers would probably be a cool team to do one with. Packers, Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos would be an interesting team. They have some cool jerseys. A young team like the Panthers, I think I probably would want to do the Jaguars. Another team I would think would be fun to do. Maybe Arizona. Who else? Teams like that, or a team that I'm trying to think who would be. Maybe like a team like Atlanta, or maybe any of the NFC. Yeah, the Jets. Like that's what I was trying to think of a team who would be drafting a quarterback after, or who would have a young quarterback. Rams. Yeah, Rams would be a pretty good team to utilize for sure. Let's see. Raiders. Yeah. I forgot about the Raiders. Raiders would also be a pretty decent team. Kind of how you would manage the weapons. So yeah, so I'm kind of I'm wondering, is this because I'm gonna have to play against a more aggressive quarterback the next time I do this, because a lot of Seahawks. Yep, Seahawks would be another good team. Yeah, so there's a lot of good teams, like those, like middle of the pack, lower teams. That I think would be fun to run a franchise with. This isn't. I don't know. He makes that throw here. That's still a tight throw. He can't make that throw either. Really. Okay, I'm going to get out of the I'm gonna have to get out of the match stuff. Command the Giants. Giants, yeah, real interesting team. 1 second, guys. Hello? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. The whole bag? The whole. Okay.
Now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Sorry about that, but yeah, both of those teams from the NFC East for sure. Commanders, Giants, both of those I think will be some pretty fun teams to use. We're gonna say they'll go Trey. Titans will be an interesting team as well. They have a young quarterback who you can develop. We're gonna put him into seam flat, drop these guys. That's alright. Let's see what we have here. Vikings, Bears. Yeah, Bears, it would be a pretty good team as well. Vikings. You won't have to be dealing with the injury situation that they are in real life, but them too. Same thing here. No hands on them. This guy fruit. So yeah, I wonder what. This might have just been a good offensive schemed play, because I don't know if he has to be that drastic either to give up that much space. To get that much depth. Both of these guys, they squeezed that. So like, yeah, this might have just been a bad call against us, thinking about it. But I don't know. I would feel like if he would help out here. Yeah. Oh no, that would be a tough call against that. 3 cloud. I actually gotta see what are those? Some of this stuff I think that, what do they play? These vertical. I wonder if that's just a matter of switching their assignments in that. Let's see how that works. The receiver hook. Like if I put him in, I couldn't even. That's fine. It doesn't even. I'm not worried about that. I want to see something, actually. What do we put him in? What happens if we do this? They run the ball. Interesting. Yeah. We can actually... Where are we gonna... We can put him at the free safety. Where are you at, DeMar Hamlin? Oh, he's already in the top 3. I don't have a time to time out. We're gonna have to man this up. I wonder why they're still running the ball so much at this point. Okay, they're about to go into pass mode now for sure. Alright, what are they in? We're gonna play hard. We've had him run the ball a lot. I don't want to miss this play either. How do they play this? Okay, people are probably talking about this. Because he's supposed to be playing... But I don't know. I feel like that's alright. I did put both of them in hard flats. And I wonder if people are expecting them to play it... like I told them to play the hard flats, so I specifically wanted to go into the hard flats. But I feel like in terms of the way that the defense is supposed to play as a unit, I feel like that's pretty decent with him playing a hard flat. And him, I guess this is like 50-50 too though, 'cause I think I would be pretty pissed for him to do that if it was like inches or something like that and he carries and then gets there. He doesn't really get to the hard flat though. I mean, it might be because of where he was positioned. Alright, let's go back all defense. That's the end of the game. Okay. I'll probably do one more quick game. I'll probably even shorten the quarters. That one was kind of a little bit... Nah, 5 was alright. Kind of was talking through it a lot too. So I'll probably do one more quick game. I want to play against... we'll play against... I didn't want to play against the Chiefs, but I want to play against... No, you know what? I'll play against... Actually, the Bengals. I want to play against a team that's going to, like, throw the ball a good amount. We'll have to white out at home. Give them something else. Second, Joel.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills, and it comes your way next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a stud
Alright, we're back. We're gonna try to see, actually we're gonna put some other players in here to see if it makes a difference. What's the difference? I would assume it makes a little bit of difference. We'll put the two guys in here that actually probably will get a little bit of playing time this week. Let's see. Same thing. Look at the defense. I don't even know when I play this whole game out. Actually, let's see. Single back one pair. Let's go 4-3s over. Solid. I think we're gonna go with a blitz here. Ooh, they got all the way down here and didn't score. This is for sure a run. I probably would run commit if I was playing online. That's fine. Tight. Same thing. Let's see. So this is going to be a little bit different since their receivers are... They have two really good receivers. I don't know how much. We'll see how they do in man coverage. That guy. So we're going to put a spotlight on him. Oh yeah, tight end too. I knew it was gonna be one of those inside guys that got it. So let's see how they played that. He's alright on that. I think I wrong. I think I had him go the wrong way. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think he was pressed. Yeah, I didn't put him in press coverage. It's an easy completion. Let's see. With this, I'll probably go cloud or something to avoid that. Oops. Underneath again. That's fine. Just for each other play. What are these guys doing? Yeah, that's what's open. So that is the right route to take. I probably got to rally to the ball a little bit quicker, so they don't get as many yards. But 5's alright. That's not horrible. Okay. What did they choose? Yeah, we're not running that for sure. We're not in a good defense right now. Yeah. Just by personnel. I wasn't happy with the personnel on the field, whatever they had out there. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit different just because they have collectively I think they have some pretty decent weapons on here. On the team. I think this is okay. Yeah, they're just looking underneath every play now. Let's see. I feel like as soon as I start to, but that's what we're giving up to. So let's do this. What do we get? Nothing wrong with that. Might have get me a little breakfast in after this as well. So yeah, like I would think they should. This probably the one. Switch stick be messes me up sometimes. I kind of want to make a separate, not like a stream, but a individual video on the switch stick. I'm like almost positive they added that in because of zone defense. I feel like for the competitive players, a lot of the how do I want to put it? I feel like a lot of their a lot of their AI players would be in good enough position, but not in a place where they could switch to that player to make the play. And I feel like the switch stick was like a quick fix to fix the issues that they have with zone. I don't think that I don't think that switch stick was something that, how do I want to put it? I don't know how fully thought out that feature was. But yeah, it was purely because of how zones play. Because I think EA knows that there's an issue with zones, and I think they felt like if they can put that in the hands of the user, like, okay, the cornerback might be in space, but you can control him to put him where you want to put him. I think it's good in a sense, but it still doesn't fix that. It doesn't fix the fact that some of the zones are still broken. Oh, does he? That's pretty dope. I don't know. I did not know that. I haven't played against them yet, or with them. I think it'd be cool for them to get a lot more tattoos in the game, just in general, of the players who have them. But I know it's like a whole licensing thing for them to do it. They have to like get in contact with the artist. If I'm not mistaken. There's like a whole thing. Let's see. Another thing I wonder too is, which I don't know, I feel like when it comes to zone defense and stuff like that, I feel like it's always going to be a step behind, just in general. Because if they sped up the pass rush, I think that could oh yeah, I know in Superstar mode you can. And back in the older Maddens, you could give any players like whatever tattoos were in the game. It was obviously not like the real tattoos of the players, but whatever the EA tattoos were, you can do that. So I'm surprised that they don't do something like that. Just give them like essentially like fake tattoos of the players who have them. But it's not as like prevalent like it is in basketball. Like I feel like of a player who has a lot of tattoos in basketball, if they didn't have it like in 2K, I think it would be, I should have got over there quicker. I think it would be more of a deal than it being in Madden. Alright, let's see what we have here. I should have reviewed that touchdown play, but I think that was more just me not paying attention. Alright. I don't think, I'd rather just shade it down. They ran the ball though. Okay. Throwing a lot of drags and stuff underneath. A lot of tight stuff. See, just shaded wrong there. I have problems with these tight formations at times, with the call and stuff. He's on an island over there, where they're having a curl flat. There we go. Let's see how Sky plays this. They have it in here. Or is it Cloud? Oh, here it is. Might be a screen, something on the backside. Okay, go down. That was me who made that play though, so I'll have to see how that played out, what they did. Wait. Let's go back to this. How they play collectively. Okay, yeah, so he dropped back. What is... against that. Alright, here we go. This is when they start to get into their hurry up mode. So we're gonna go robber here actually. Actually audible out of this. When they start doing that, that means they gotta tell on what you're gonna run. They might get this. Yeah, I was audibling way too much. I should have just stuck with what I had. It's tight. These tight formations, man. Okay. It's actually pretty decent. They didn't. Okay. A better safety. That's just the rating of the safety. A better safety breaks on the ball right now. He doesn't run the line like this. That's just because of the ratings. That's the ratings. Second. Okay. Okay, they're gonna try to find. Oh, I didn't know that. I want to say, he might have played some safety in college, actually. Alright, fuck. Wrong defense. Definitely called the wrong defense on that. I'm trying to call timeout. Bunch. All this bunch shit. Can't stand it. That's probably like the next study that I'll look into is defending bunch sets, especially when it's okay. They got out of it, but those 4 to a side bunches, so annoying. You see that a lot online, a lot online in both football games, EA football games. We're running a lot of the same coverages, so maybe if they got the answer. Let's see, we're gonna have to switch it up a little bit. Bunch quads, all this stuff. Usually for something like this online, I would do something like that to try to help out draw. Wow, I'm surprised that they did that. Try to help out that side. Let me see. Why do I keep calling that cover 6? I think it's just like a habit. Show 9 or something. Let's give him, back him up. That's fine. Need to tackle underneath. Hold on, let me see something. Interesting. Yeah, I have to start to look and see when you move players' positions around and stuff like that, what happens. Okay. And they're like not calling the right defenses either. Or not they. I'm hitting the wrong buttons, I guess. Here, if you want him matched in the seam for sure. Might be something underneath. Nope. There we go. Good job. I actually played that the way I wanted them to. Bracketed. Chase him long enough. That's a tight throw. Yeah, everything was pretty good. Everything was pretty good there. But I'm going to, I don't know why they are almost missing all these field goals to CPU. We're gonna see. I've been helping out a lot. I'm gonna see if I can scheme some of this and just have them do it on the coverage end. Let's see. So we're gonna still put you in the seam. We're not gonna try to rush either. Let's see what happens here. What they're doing. That's open. That's open though. That's a mismatch. So I'm not surprised about that. Tight. I don't want this to be hard though. Maybe we can. I just want to put these two guys in clouds. Ooh. Up in here. Yeah, that's just because it's a cloud. He probably should have. If he was in a soft squat, he probably might have helped him out a little bit better. I kind of put him in a bad situation out there. It's like a real good receiver. Okay, that's good. Way to jump on that. Also, you can always, against empty sets, if you can think you can get there quickly enough, you could always go double mug gate gap for sure. But they get it out quick. What's that? Let's see. They go back to this play that quick. ever wanted to learn how to defend against bunch and tight and all that stuff, this is the literal perfect team. Jeez. Let's see how they defend it like this. Okay. He must have pretty, yeah, probably athletic-wise, he probably is pretty decent. Just from like looking at it yesterday with the people who I switched positions for, I feel like if they have good athleticism, that's half of it. Like he was a fast, agile receiver, and then like if they have any of the skills of that position, like for him it would probably be the hands and the blocking. Probably the hands was probably the most important thing. I think he's a defensive player, so he might not have blocking, and obviously route running. He probably just needs like the short route running at the most. Okay. You're starting to see what we're doing. So this is where situations. See, this happens a lot in franchise, where I feel like they start to know what you're running defensively. Because we gotta start to switch it up a little bit, though. They just ran this again. Go invert. See what he does. Just press. I feel like as soon as I start to try to jump on these underneath things, he's just gonna go deep. Maybe if we do this, try to get ahead of it. Oh, okay. Up again. All right, man. But we don't really have the corners for man, though. That's why I don't want to go man. But we might have to just do that. Yeah, he has a lot better stats than what I would have thought to be a linebacker. Damn, that's pretty decent trucking too. Yeah, I can see why he would have rated like that. You know, with good awareness. Okay. This was a good drive to see from the computer. So now it's about having the, let me see. Going to be about having the players get into better position for these quick passes. We're literally throwing them all game, and then we'll see if our other cornerbacks and stuff can make plays. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Cover 4. I don't know if this is a. Let's see. Yeah, they just ran underneath stuff, so what? And again, check down. 300 yards. I didn't even check to see how many yards he had last game. But I'm not surprised. He can have a pretty decent offensive game. Press not. I don't even know if I want to press these guys. We're shading down though. I gave it to him. We're gonna switch the So it seems like when they audible out, we still got Shade down. I feel like they only ran underneath. Yeah, he's gonna win that matchup. This is gonna be an interesting team. If I see them in franchise mode to play against. Here we go. Way to actually win that matchup in that one-on-one situation. There's gonna be like a man team. I don't want to play that much man against them though, but with all this tight stuff, might have to. Like this tight stuff would be a situation where we would play a lot of spot drop coverage. At least against the computer, I'll say. And 4. I don't want to press. Let's go. Let's see how they. I'm in a complete wrong defense. Yeah, we gotta call time out. Yeah, so this game was actually a good one to see. So their playbook is something I have to look into, or Joe Burrow at least. Let's see. I think I probably out. This is fine. It's a run. I'm gonna run the ball. Play action. Wow. No way. It's like they knew that was gonna happen. Interesting. Wonder why. I don't know. What was the? I wonder why he would have made this throw though. This is not a throw to make. Outcome, I'm not really concerned about. Like, because this is just me putting him in to see how he plays. A better safety is gonna make that play easily. Let's see, cornerback. I think he probably just. I didn't tell him to do anything. So like they do stuff like this when you don't give them like a direction to go. You just kind of just like don't do anything really. Just kind of let them get off the line, let them run by, all that stuff. He probably did the same thing too. Yeah, that's fine. Bunch of quads. Okay, we could have played that better defense. That's fine though. Alright. See, did we score? We scored to tie it up. So now it's gonna be on me. Alright, we're actually gonna have to like see how we're gonna defend this. Give them a little bit of help over there. Underneath. But I don't want to be at the. I don't want to do it as the linebacker. I want to see. I don't know. Scheming up. At least against them, scheming up my actual players to make plays was a little bit difficult. Some of it was me on me though. I can definitely say. But put him in a soft. You're probably just gonna go. Jeez, everything is underneath. Okay. Maybe if we shade down. Now they got... Wow, he made a good play on that. Let's figure this out. Back up. Oh, they're not gonna try to... They're just gonna eat the clock. They might try to throw it on. What's the name though? I feel like anytime that the running back gets that animation, they're gonna at least get 5 yards. Our CPU offense, do they get in the field goal range so we can possibly go into overtime? We'll see. I have a minute, no timeouts. Will this be the last drive? They do it. Wow, good job CPU offense. So now it's really up to me to make sure that they don't do anything. Defensively, it's been a struggle, but these games are gonna happen though, so I'm not too I just literally give that up. That's just me being on the wrong guy. Dang, I just lose myself the game by being out of position. But yes, I don't know why I was in that coverage. I thought they were gonna run out of that. Just like that, they came back and won. But yeah, you're gonna have games like this though when you're playing, when you're not, or it's gonna feel like you can't stop the offense. So I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm more looking at how they got a lot of their yards. It was just like dink and dunk and making plays off of making plays like that. He had a couple plays where, like, what happened? Like, what was he doing on this? Breaks down. I think he just made a better play. He made a better play on it than him. So yeah, I'm about to check him out right after this, for sure. Okay, that's the end of the game stuff. Underneath, yeah. This was just underneath passing, a lot of it. This isn't gonna happen like all the time. A lot of these plays I'm not really. They feel like anomaly plays almost. She's just better player. Yeah, all this is all underneath. What was this guy? He probably steeped the. Yeah, this was. I gave him the wrong input, so that's what left that guy open. Okay, we have a good idea about defense and all that stuff. I feel. Well, I didn't even realize this. I do like that they add in a lot of these new catch animations. I thought he just caught it in the cover too. Like, yeah, it's super disrespectful. What the hell? Alright, let's go check out these helmets. Alright, that. Two totally different games, but I got a lot of information from that second game. For sure. Like that second game felt felt closer to something that I would have seen in Madden 24 and 23. A lot of check down, a lot of dinking down, all that stuff. Not a lot of running. Here we go. No, not these. Oh yeah, these are pretty nice. These are fire. I wonder how are they going to? Us all white. Oh man, with these like dog. Not with these jerseys. I need to get something better for those. Yeah, but those helmets are nice. Those are dope. Yeah, these were the ones. I wasn't a huge fan of these joints right here. Or no, not those ones. These ones were, I don't know, these ones were okay. Those 2010 joints. But those other ones, not these joints. The only thing about these ones and the Jags stuff is you can make a lot of cool jersey combinations with these. Yeah, these ones were the ones that I was not a huge fan of. But yeah, you can make some. I remember these were when I made my customs last year. I used these. Like I think I did something like, was it white? I want to say it was something like with the white or something. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But yeah, I don't know. 50-50. They're like looking back at them now. I guess they're not that bad, but these 50-50 on those. But yeah, the ones that they have now, yeah, like plain Jane. Like these aways, next year they got to do something with those. Let's go to the Lions. Check these Johns out. Let's see. Oh yeah. These joints, fire. Let's see how they're gonna style them. Yes, this is what I was thinking. Something like this with the all black joint. I think they can do a couple. Oh yeah, they did have those gray ones too. That is right. Where they've had those joints. Like, not that they would, or they can like, you know, do some stuff with these, man. Like the I guess if you're gonna use them, you could do like a blue don't they got some blue joints? They got some blue joints in here. I remember seeing them. I don't know about those ones. They definitely have plain blue ones. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man, you definitely have some fun with these joints. Even if you want to go back to the 2000 joints, yeah, you can have some like some dope jersey combinations. I'm gonna have to go through and go to my uniforms. I usually like every year go through and make some customs. So I have to do those for all those teams too. Go in here, make some custom joints. They did switch this from last year. I'm trying to inspect it. I wonder what it is. Interesting. You can't edit that stuff right now. But yeah, last year I went through when all the teams made some custom jerseys. So yeah, it'll be pretty fun to do that again this year. But what time is it? Yeah, this joint perfect. And this is just going to be a little quick joint. I might get back on and stream a little bit later, but this was just more to like look at defense and just to see how everything's reacting. I got a pretty decent idea of what's going on and stuff like that. But I still am gonna like look more into it and check and look and see what everybody else is seeing and stuff. But overall, I feel like what I've seen defensively was pretty typical to what I'm used to seeing when it comes to Madden and defense. I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to transfer in the franchise. That might be the next thing that I dive into. Like how I was saying, I'll probably like do a franchise, go up like 20, 25 years, and then see what the league looks like and see what the league looks like and see what players are being auto-generated, like I was saying yesterday. If you heard me talk about it in that stream. Let's see, Jordan Love. What did you say about him? Honestly, I would have thought he would have been rated a little bit higher. I'm surprised that he was rated at an 81, to be completely honest with you. Thought they would have rated him a little bit higher. Let's see. Same thing with CJ. I thought both of them would have been rated a little bit higher than maybe even like a couple points. I don't think they wouldn't have probably put him at 85. Like maybe if they were like 80, between 82, 84, but 81, I don't know. I guess but then when it comes to the ratings too, I guess it depends on how. And this is like one of the things like I'm like, yeah, I can see them both at 84. Like this is like the thing about the ratings. I feel like it's kind of like subjective to what's going on now, I guess is the best way to put it. Like I don't know, like how can, like will Drake May is Drake May a better quarterback because he hasn't played versus Bryce Young playing, and that's why he's a point higher than him? Like stuff like that. Like, you know, maybe Drake May will be a better quarterback than him this year, but it's like his rating is based off of what he did last year, and his is like based off of his skills and talents that he displayed in college, kind of a thing. So it's all subjective. So I don't know. I remember having a discussion on one of the forums about the rating scale. Like I don't know, I feel like the rating scale is it's gotten better from over the years, but some of it's like some weird stuff on here sometimes. So like I think I remember last year or something with the speed. Same thing, like the slowest wide receiver, a 70. Yeah, I know exactly what it was. I was talking about how I felt that the rating scale should be scaled, and it shouldn't be like, how do I want to put it? Like how he has 80 strength, he shouldn't have 80 strength. Like it shouldn't be wide receivers have 80 strength. Like it should be more. This is probably like for another video too. I might make this into a video. Like I feel like 80 strength for a wide receiver should be like the equivalent of having 60 strength for a wide receiver, because he's probably stronger than like players he shouldn't be stronger than. Like I'm pretty sure Deebo Samuels is not stronger than this offensive lineman, but he has higher strength than him. So it's something like the ratings in Madden. I understand why they do it, but it should be on a rating. It should be on a scale though. Like in that same guy that I was talking about, that wide receiver, I'm not sure if like this 320-pound lineman is like a similar speed than him, like stuff like that. The rating scales are kind of like weird. So like I get it because it's like, you know, Deebo Samuel, one of the strongest receivers in the league, or Josh Allen, one of the strongest quarterbacks in the league, but they can still do that, but also have it being respectful to the rest of the league. Like like Josh Allen isn't stronger than like certain offensive linemen who have like 60. I know that's a tight end, but he's not stronger than some of these guys. But because he's perceived as being a quarterback who is strong and who runs through tackles, he has a higher strength. Like they have to find a I would like to see them find a balance with that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Like stuff like that. But I don't know. I always think it's interesting. Like even like not even with Josh Allen. Okay, like maybe like that can be debated. Like I'm pretty sure we can all agree that these linemen here having the same strength as Trey White, who's 192 pounds, doesn't make sense. So, and what I mean by scaling the ratings, if you are like wondering what I'm talking about, like have like this 75 for the cornerbacks drop down to like, let's say like a 60 or something. So, and that would be the top of the rating scale. So let's say Trey White, instead of 75, he starts at 60, then he would be 59, 58, 57, 57, 56. It would be the same thing. It just would be scaled at a point to where it's not interfering with the players who are actually stronger than them. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people can put safeties and these small players in the box online, because their strength can match up with those players, even though physically their body wouldn't be able to do that. Like you're not going to see like who would be, you're not going to see like a player like Malik Hooker. You're not going to see him in the box able to push over and knock over offensive linemen, even though he has a high strength in Madden. You just wouldn't consistently see that. But in Madden, you can do that based off of the abilities of the players not being scaled. So it's not, and I don't even, yeah, I think everything should be scaled, but that's another discussion for another time. So, quick stream, looking at defense specifically. I definitely want to get back into this scaling of stuff. There's a couple things I do want to talk about when it comes to Madden. That I wanted to touch on the switch stick a little bit. Those are the two things that come to mind right away. And I want to also look at the auto-gen draft classes. Those are always the auto-gen draft classes I always look at every year. But thank you guys for stopping by for my early stream, little bit earlier than I usually would do. But I also usually don't do them super late at night. That's just like some of the times I like get on and do it then. So I might be on later for another stream. I might not be. But thank you for dropping in. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment. We definitely appreciate that. KC Classic 7 signing out.